Hey guys, it's your boy Zach, back with another video. Today we're looking at something that's really been exciting me, Hogwarts Legacy. So this game is probably for me the most anticipated game of this year, which is on one side really good, and on the side so sad that the fact that we don't have any better games coming out. Like, we should have way more games coming out this year, but it just doesn't look promising. But they've pushed this game back. It was supposed to be out in December or even October. No, November. Yeah, it was supposed to be out in November, and they pushed it back to now February, and they've released their final preview, which we're gonna look at. And by the looks of things, this looks amazing. So without any further ado, I'm recording this right now, and I don't know what happened to the frame rate of the YouTube video I made, but it was just weird. So yeah, I'm pissed, but that's the authentic reaction I have, so I kind of gotta just live with it now. So yeah, fuck me. That's it.
We do not live in a world rich with great Harry Potter games. Nobody harbors warm feelings for the horde of chintzy, cynical movie tie-ins that plague the
Yo, tell me in the comments, tell me, did you play like the old, if you know, the old school Harry Potter game? Like the 8-bit one? Like, that's why I'm so happy for this, because like, think about how old and like quote unquote bad that game was, but compared to this day, like, if they've taken so much time to actually make this, I feel like this could be amazing. Let's keep going.
PS2 and Xbox during the mid-2000s. So, when Portkey Games unveiled the big-budget Hogwarts Legacy in 2020, it was clear that the studio was aiming spectacularly high with its interpretation of Harry Potter. After a 2-hour hands-on, I can say with confidence that the wizarding world has rarely...
Oh, I actually read that they're not making Quidditch in the game, which makes me sad, but then they gave a pretty decent explanation for it, because making Quidditch could literally be its own game. But hey, let's not. If this sells well and does well, then we can probably see that in the future.
Looked better. The lilting charm, cockeyed whimsy, and high fantasy hijinks of Hogwarts Legacy is rendered with dogmatic servitude to the books, while the combat and exploration, the game part of this video game, is robust enough to rope in more casual fans of the fiction. Unfortunately, it's all happening at the exact moment the world is reconsidering their lifelong ties to one of the greatest stories ever told. If you haven't been keeping up with the information drip, Hogwarts Legacy takes place in the late 19th century, and therefore it operates independently from some of the more familiar touchstones of Potter lore. No Voldemort, no Dumbledore, no multitude of Weasley surnames. You play as a
I don't understand why people thought that would happen. Like, I feel like that would ruin the storyline of Harry Potter if you suddenly just plop in some kid that didn't even have anything to do with the main story. I guess it would be cool, but I like that they're giving, instead of sticking you with Harry Potter as the main character, they're actually giving you the chance to become your own main character.
Year transfer student that will be built with a potent character creator, denoting complexion, hair color, eyebrow shading, and yes, body types, vocal tenor, and the choice to be referred to as either a witch or a wizard. Afterwards, you'll be quickly implanted directly into the day-to-day scholastic rhythms of Hogwarts. My time with the game was brokered into two major sections. A treacherous story chapter where I was asked to both infiltrate and destabilize a nefarious dragon cockfighting ring, and a dulcet afternoon on the castle grounds, where I solved side quests, played minigames, and soaked in the
I'm so glad there's so many side quests. I wanna enjoy this game for as long as I can, because as I said, there's just not any peak games coming out this year, and Pisses me off.
Persona-like splendor of simply hanging out at school. The combat was the highlight for me, which I was not expecting. In previous Potter games, the Quicksilver Wizard clashes of the books are reduced to dull, rote, third-person shooting galleries. Harry, Ron, and Hermione taking on an endless series of identical Death Eaters who all seem to brandish magical facsimiles of shotguns and sniper rifles. Hogwarts Legacy changes the formula considerably, despite the—
I'll personally say that I'm not one of those that really care about the combat way of the game. As long as it's fun, that's all I care about. As long as it's it's consistent and fun, that's fine by me. I'm not one of those that needs this complex understanding of the entire lore and everything. So yeah.
The projectiles ricocheting back and forth across the arenas, the game functions more like a Ninja Gaiden-esque combo masher. Your character automatically locks onto wherever they're facing, and the hocus pocus that comes cascading out of your wand can be chained together like a screen-filling, health bar obliterating Marvel vs. Capcom tsunami. Game director Alan 2 compares the system to a sort of long-range dueling. Your arsenal is mapped to the face buttons, and after messing around with the controls for a few minutes, I was able to come up with some wild, improvised concoctions. I'd Leviosa my enemy into the air, tag them with some basic filler casts, pull them in close with an Accio before setting them aflame with the Incendio. The physics—
It's kind of the same way when you look at it, like how you combo, and if you've played God of War, it's kind of the same thing.
Engine absolutely revels in your chaos. Bodies fly across the map like they've become weightless and boneless at the mercy of your command. Harry Potter video games have tried and failed to replicate the fiction's unique take on spellcasting for decades. Portkey seems to have established a structure that will likely be aped for years to come.
Mind the water!
My stint wandering around Hogwarts itself wasn't quite as exciting as my trip to the Dragon's Den. My character enjoyed a peaceful free roam back at home on the back of their flying broom.
It looks so good. It just does. Like, it just does look amazing.
The Roach of Hogwarts Legacy, where they poked around nooks and crannies of the castle, soaking up collectibles, deciphering basic puzzles, and completing the menial tasks assigned to me by my classmates. One of them—
And look at the details in that face. Wait.
puzzles and completing
Look at
the menial
details like that. That looks scary good. Like, Jesus Christ.
tasks assigned to me by my classmates. One of them accidentally put a charm on her books that caused them to flutter around in the air. I Acio'd them back into her possession. Outside, in a courtyard, I joined a round of what can only be described as wizard's curling. My adversary and I used our wands to usher a set of leather balls down a wooden platform. The closer they got to the edge without falling off, the more points we'd score. These distractions were pretty lightweight. Portkey didn't allow us to delve into, say, potions class or a meaty side quest digression, which left me hoping that Hogwarts Legacy will include some finer character moments outside of the core campaign. Let us broker a genuine camaraderie with the other denizens of the school.
I feel like the only way this game could really fail is if the storyline is bad. Because that is really what defines a crazy good game, if the storyline is insanely good.
A Harry Potter game can only hit its marks if, by the end of the runtime, we're willing to lay down our lives for a kindly groundskeeper or an eccentric headmaster. It should also be said that Hogwarts Legacy appears to be swimming in the darker edges of the canon. It was shocking to see that one of the spells on my combat hotbar was Crucio, better known to the layman as the torture spell, which inflicts searing white-hot pain in its target. In the Harry Potter universe, Crucio is one of the 3 unforgivable curses, a huge no-no. Perhaps these are the themes Hogwarts Legacy intends to deal with. How did Crucio become unforgivable anyways? Some of the finishing moves equipped my character were similarly macabre. After charging up a meter and tapping the 2 shoulder buttons, my avatar could reduce a rival wizard into a pile of sooty Looney Tunes dust. The Harry Potter books are centered around—
So you get like a charged up super attack then, is what they're saying. Personally, I don't know. I just don't really like worry about when it comes to these kind of things because those I just feel like all of those things usually turn out well anyway.
Around the purity of teenaged friendship, so it is weird to watch a fifth year take a life. Again, maybe Hogwarts Legacy intends to explore some of those questions. On first brush, though, it's pretty jarring.
I think it's important also not to judge the game too much on this, because obviously this journalist, I'm guessing like gaming journalist, hasn't been given the whole game, he's just been given tiny parts of it, and it's probably gonna have a big difference when you actually get the full game and play the story yourself.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Of course, anyone who chooses to play Hogwarts Legacy must contend with all sorts of contradictions, most of which are far more important than the usual dissonance we tend to find in video games. J.K. Rowling has established herself as one of the most prominent anti-trans mouthpieces on the planet. The character creator in Hogwarts Legacy offers a huge amount of gender diversity, but that cannot change the fact that the author of these books remains the proprietor of the Harry Potter intellectual property. If purchasing this video game feels like a tacit endorsement of—
Why you gotta include like politics into this game? What the hell? No, that's not why I'm trying to buy a game. No, I'm just trying to have fun, man. Jesus Christ. No, that's the end of that.
On IGN, it looks like we're finally getting a good Harry Potter game. Shouldn't it feel better than this? For more on Hogwarts Legacy, check out—
I do get what he's saying though, like it should be way more hype around it if it's that amazing. So I do get what he's saying. But yeah, I'm super excited for this game, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you back tomorrow. Sorry this video was a little later out. I was at work, then I have them backed up and a lot of stuff, but I have a few days off now, so I'm gonna try and get like consistently a few videos ready. So yeah, have a nice day, guys, and bye.